Hello, welcome to the world of Andy and his weirdness. So, got a few things coming up soon and over the next few months I just thought I'd mention. So do a little video. This is my spooky room where I do my spookiness and online teaching and that sort of thing. And what have I got coming up? Wow. This coming Sunday, the 29th of September. I have a trance development course. They are 4 2-hour sessions, starting at 5:30 on a Sunday till 7:30. And we are looking at aspects of trance mediumship development that will encourage and hopefully promote growth within you as a trance medium. And it gives you a chance to try aspects maybe that you don't dedicate time to currently, but having tried them, you may decide that you want to venture further. So what does that involve? Well, there are 4 classes. In the first class, we're looking at aspects such as sharing the philosophy, the wisdom of your spirit guides and inspirers. So that's a beautiful way of working. And there's lots to enjoy and lots to be inspired by when we're working that way. Week number 2, we have trance communication with loved ones. So if, for example, you are having an evidential reading, then the medium is often saying something like, your mother is saying she wants to talk about the trip to the seaside. Whereas with the trance communication, the communicator, your mother in that case, would say directly to you, oh, I want to talk to you about that trip that we had to the seaside, etc., etc. So it's coming from the first person perspective because you are trancing the loved one. So that's an area that we cover. We also have a week where we're looking at the spirit world sharing their thoughts and guidance perspective, so almost like an assessment in the trance state. So you'll be using the influence of the spirit world to help and to offer guidance to those that are working with the medium that you're paired with. So that's a beautiful way of working, because a lot of the time we really are looking for guidance from the spirit world to say, look, I need some help. And that's an area that we're going to cover in week 3. So week 4 is the final week, and it is about having an invited audience. And you as the student, as the demonstrator, to do a short trance demonstration. Now, that could be just in the form of allowing the spirit world to share some philosophy, some wisdom, and that's as far as you take it. Or you could decide that I want to push myself and have the opportunity for the spirit world to take questions from the invited audience. So we've done one before with the students on the last course. It went really well. The ladies worked fabulously. And so therefore we're going to use that as the culmination of the end of the course. So there are spaces left. So if you do want to join this coming Sunday, 29th of September, then you can email me, info@andrewcodling.com, or you can find me on Facebook and send me a message and we can sort something out. Now, you can pay as you go, or you can pay up front. It's more important that you're there and then we have the opportunity to teach rather than the financial side. So, reach out to me if you want to join. We also have a really, really special event coming later in October. So on the 19th of October, we have a wonderful, wonderful trance medium called Rob Goodwin. Now, many of you will have heard of him. He's been working for 40 plus years, has a wonderful connection with his guide White Feather. And we're very lucky to have the opportunity to listen to Rob and White Feather and Sunflower, Rob's wife, coming together to hold that space for spirit and for White Feather to answer your questions and deliver what will be the most wonderful philosophy. So you can contact Rob directly, and we can get the details for you. So the website address is www.whitefeatherspirit.com. www.whitefeatherspirit.com, and then you can purchase tickets for this event directly from Rob. So it'll be wonderful. For those of you that are passionate about trance or that are just curious about what it may involve, let me just say, you don't want to miss it. They're really wonderful experiences. I've experienced them myself on a number of occasions. Very well worth taking part in and watching. So please do support it. And the prices are only something like £10 for a ticket. So that is really worthwhile. You know, a great deal of wisdom and development has gone into Rob's connection. Why not take advantage of that wisdom? So, on the 26th of, let me just go back. Rob's event is on October the 12th. I think I might have said the 19th. It's October the 12th. Obviously, it'll say if you buy a ticket. So apologies for that. I just have a nagging feeling I might have said the 19th. All right, so it's October the 12th. Now, on October the 26th, so 2 weeks after Rob's event, I have a wonderful evening with a good friend of mine. His name's Phil Mortiboy, and he's from down in London direction, I think Letchworth Hitchin way. Anyway, the couple of weekends ago, I met up with Phil and his wife Jackie, and we were having a chat about stuff, and it came onto the subject of Leslie Flint. He'd done a talk about him, and I said, look, you know, would you be interested in doing a talk with me, you know, or hosted by me on Zoom? Phil had the wonderful opportunity back in the 1970s to actually sit with Leslie Flint. Now, Leslie was, especially when you read the book, probably one of the most tested and scrutinized independent direct voice mediums. So that's physical mediumship that has ever walked this earth. All right. That sounds quite grand to say that, doesn't it? But he really was. And the opportunity to sit with him obviously is no longer there. So our only way of really knowing is by listening to people that were actually there. But also there's resources like the Leslie Flint Trust. Now, Carl that works and does tremendous work in bringing forward the recordings, improving them, updating them, the quality. He spends a tremendous amount of time making sure that everyone can access these recordings, because when you're hearing the voice of your loved ones or well-known people from society and, you know, celebrity, actually speaking from the spirit side and through the mediumship of Leslie, it makes you think to yourself, what is possible if we give the spirit world a chance? And the answer is so much. We don't want to limit them by our own minds. We just want to say to spirit, look, here I am, use me in whatever way, respectfully, that you can. So we're going to have a chat where Phil's going to be talking about what he experienced, and he does so with such passion. And it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to listen to someone that actually sat in the seances, and you'll be able to ask him questions, and that's free of charge, you know. So there's going to be, you know, there's nothing in it for Phil. He's doing it because he's a great bloke. He wants to share his memories, and shouldn't we take advantage of the opportunity to listen to people that were actually there at these seances, to listen to the recollection of someone that saw, you know, someone like Leslie, you know, who undoubtedly would say is one of the ambassadors of spirit. So then moving later into the year, in January, I'm hoping to organise an in-person trance development workshop, a weekend, up here in Norfolk. So I'm looking for places where, it could be a nice location and we can meet up and get together for the weekend and explore all things trance. So please do send me a message. Let me know if you're interested, because it's obviously dependent on, putting bums on seats, to put it quite bluntly. So I'd love to see you there and join in. It's nice to see people actually in person. Then in April, from the 6th to the 11th of April, I will be running a retreat in Wales, at a place called Mine Abbey Hotel, with a good friend of mine, Jan Higgins. Many of you will know Jan. Wonderful, wonderful tutor and medium and a great friend. So she will be taking students, her group is full at the moment with a waiting list, students through a week or 5 days of transfiguration and physical phenomena. Okay, now the nature of it is that phenomena is not guaranteed. However, with an open mind, an open heart, and a willingness to give your energy to other people, then who knows what's possible. They're always very popular. As I say, it's fully booked, but we have a waiting list. I have 1 or 2 spaces if you would like to join me for a week or 5 days again of trance mediumship, exploring all of the sorts of things that I spoke about earlier, including trance healing. So we're working with spirit in a more passive way, but again, we're asking them to work with us for the benefit of the people we work with. Then if you're watching this and you're stateside, then we will also be in Westport, Massachusetts in May 2025, okay? And that will be a great honor to be there and to work with Colin and Jess and a lot of the students that joined us this year. So it'll be a wonderful opportunity. Again, we're working with various aspects of healing with Jan, and that's going to be for 2.5 days. And I'm going to be working with transfiguration and trance mediumship within the Séance cabinet to see if it makes a difference being in Séance conditions. So it's an experiment. It's about, I wonder what would happen if. Okay, it's not that you need to be in a Séance cabinet, but we're going to see what happens if you are, which takes me to this. Let me take you on a little tour of the room. There's a little room, but here we have my Séance cabinet. So there we are. Probably the best place for me, in a Séance cabinet with the curtain closed. So when I dedicate time to it, that is where I spend some of my time. So we have the Séance cabinet with a chair, like so, hardback. So there's a solid wooden door on the back there. And then we have my teaching area, laptop, etc., etc., some lights. And so the idea is that if we spend time with spirit and we develop phenomena, who knows? Maybe your loved one could shake your hand, say hello to you, and reunite you in a way that's very physical and tangible. Tangible. So that's the idea of physical mediumship. We also have drums, more drums, beaters, another drum down there, flute, a rattle, beautiful rattle. I can't remember what nation that one comes from, but look at the beadwork. I don't know if you can see that clearly, but it's wonderful. What craftsmanship. And then here I have a buzzard feather, buzzard wing, sorry. So unfortunately, it was a casualty on the roads, but rather than just see it disappear, I wanted to get a taxidermist just to work their magic on it so that I could pay respect to the spirit of the bird. So I think that is long enough for me to talk. If you're interested in developing trance mediumship and you want one-to-one tuition, then I am available. If you want a reading, I'm available. If you just want something in between, have a chat to me, send me a message and we can discuss it. But thank you for embracing my weirdness, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Catch you later, guys. Take care.